Leslie is on the phone. Leslie, you are live on KDWB, so don't swear. Hi. But tell us what's going on with your husband and a little debate you've been having lately. What's going on?
Yeah, so I don't know. I really want to know if other people just have kind of are laissez-faire about when they wear their wedding rings and when they don't.
Okay.
Because we got in a fight because he won't wear it. I just don't know why. Like, he started not wearing it, I don't know, maybe about a year ago, like off and on.
Mm-hmm.
It started it was like a gradual, I wasn't seeing it on his hand. And now he just, I don't remember the last time I saw him wear it.
Well, what does he say? Because, I mean, you got to ask him, what does he say why he won't wear his wedding ring?
Well, he says that he, well, first he would say he forgets.
Mm-hmm.
I just forgot it, and on trips and stuff, he'd forget it, and he'd be like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense, I guess. You're trying to remember everything. And then he started saying, sometimes he would say it's too tight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, okay, well, we can, get it resized or whatever. And then he said, yeah, there's just been all kinds of reasons. He said it irritates his skin, or it's not like it's jewelry, like men, don't wear jewelry kind of thing.
So it was always some kind of excuse?
Yeah, exactly. Always something.
Okay, so my dad, who was a total, do-it-yourselfer, auto mechanic, builder, carpenter, whatever, he didn't wear his. And I think probably because it was he didn't like jewelry. He didn't wear anything like that. But he also was worried about, because he had heard a story one time about a guy in school went up for a layup in basketball, caught his ring on the hoop, and ripped his finger off. So my dad said he would not wear his wedding ring. And he did when my mom got really old and sick, and then he felt much more affectionate or close or whatever. Mm-hmm. But practically, so does your husband work around machinery?
No. He literally works on a computer all day in an office.
All right. Why is he, what is your suspicion? Because the first suspicion that everybody's going to make is he is trying to convince some woman that he is not married. That's the first thing you think. It's probably not true. He probably just doesn't like it. But that's crossed your mind, right?
It has, yeah. Because, that's the go-to, I feel like. A lot of people would think that. I thought that. I just don't think it's true, though. I don't think there's anything going on. So
I want to ask...
It's completely delusional.
Well, what about are there other people listening who they don't wear their wedding ring? If you're a guy, tell us a legitimate reason why you don't wear your wedding ring. And do you argue about this one? Nobody here in the studio is married except for me.
Do you wear? And you wear yours all the time.
Yeah, I just put it on out of habit. I mean, I take it off when I wash my hands or take a shower.
Yeah.
Or when I'm rebuilding a carburetor.
Right.
Or I'm working,
when you're building a carburetor.
When I've got my lathe, when I'm working on my lathe.
Yeah. I just think it's wild that she says that he's saying that he forgets it all the time. How do you forget it if you're wearing it, though? Mm-hmm. We're going on a vacation. I forgot my wedding ring. Well, then put it on.
If you got any thoughts, then let us know. Because I don't think it's normal, but I don't think it's abnormal. I think there's probably a lot of couples. I know some married couples where she doesn't wear the wedding ring. Well, she doesn't like jewelry, and she doesn't like that it gets caught on things. You put on your sweater and it gets caught, I guess. You don't have a problem with your wedding ring, though, right, Leslie?
No, I don't. Okay. Mine is fine. If there's something wrong with it, I would go address it, or I would say, this is what's wrong, and I'll get it fixed,
I'm going to read some text messages, but we're also looking for phone calls. So basically, Leslie's husband won't wear his wedding ring, and he's like, it's too tight, and it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like jewelry. But at the same time, if it makes your partner happy, if you wear it, then wear your wedding ring. Mm-hmm. And if it makes them unhappy to not wear it, then wear your wedding ring.
Yeah.
Text messages that I've got. I'm a woman. I don't wear it because it annoys me. But I wear it when we go out and stuff. His reason keeps changing. I think that's what's weird. And when they're talking about your husband.
Yeah.
Another text says, my husband said his was uncomfortable from day one. He never wore it. We've been married 11 years. It would be weird if it just started after years of marriage. How long have you been married, Leslie?
I've been married for 11 years.
11 years.
Wow.
And it was only a year ago that he kind of stopped wearing the wedding ring. Let's get some phone calls and see what people think, because that's why we call it group therapy. Let's talk to Jake. Good morning, Jake. You don't wear your ring. Tell me why not.
It's not that I don't ever, but yeah, like I'm not wearing my wedding ring right now. I'm on my way to drop my kid off to daycare. I don't like to shower with my wedding ring on. I don't know if that's weird or not, but I take it off when I shower, and then I'll go a couple days without wearing it because I just forget to put it back on. Sometimes I just, kind of like what she said, her husband says, sometimes it bothers me, so I just don't wear it. I do work outside, and I don't work with machinery, but I wear gloves, and so I do take my wedding ring off for those reasons too. But yeah, I don't know.
It's just not, I think sometimes it's just not a natural feeling. So if I didn't have mine on, I'd feel naked without it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which is what you would think after 11 years of marriage, that his finger has grown accustomed to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So taking it off, sus.
Leslie, we can put your husband, we can put him on War of the Roses. We can call him and see who he wants to send roses to. Give me his number. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Or am
763.
Let's go to Jennifer. Jennifer, what's the story? Why would a guy not wear, what do you know about guys not wearing their wedding rings?
Well, that's a big question. I have a lot of opinions about this because I'm a single woman, and I see lots of men at the gym and out that don't wear their wedding ring. And I think, why are you not wearing your ring? And the excuse of it's jewelry, it's uncomfortable, is an excuse. Because you can go to Steele's, get a plastic ring that's comfortable, flat, and wear your ring. Mm-hmm. How are we single ladies supposed to know that you're married?
Mm-hmm. I think, as a guy, that the excuse it's uncomfortable is just, it's nonsense. Because don't you go get your ring fitted? Is that not the point of a ring?
It's like glasses. The first time you put on glasses, you're like, well, these are weird. They feel uncomfortable. But after 15 minutes, you're like, I don't even notice
Then
them.
you suck it up.
Mm-hmm. Well, exactly
because you can see better with glasses, and people will know that you're married.
Well, that's the downside. He doesn't want people to know he's married. I'm kidding, Leslie. I don't know why. Sarah, why does your husband not wear his wedding ring, Sarah?
So after we got married about 20 years ago, he just was he's not a jewelry guy, and he's fiddling around with it, and he ended up losing it at a Vikings game. And I gave him the option, do you want to get a new one? And he just didn't really show a lot of interest in getting a new one, and I'm okay with that. I guess I don't really feel like rings define a marriage, and he legitimately is not a jewelry guy.
I think that sometimes that's just the way it is. Some people just don't want to wear a ring.
But why would you get the ring then?
Because it's his tradition. That's kind of what you do.
But she said he's not a jewelry guy, so why get in the beginning to start with? Why waste the money?
I think because it's still a tradition. I don't know. I mean, would anybody ever say, don't buy me a wedding ring, I don't want one?
Yeah.
Possibly.
I know like one couple that they're engaged and they don't have rings. But I don't know any married couples that don't wear their rings. This is like a shock to me, the amount of people who are texting in and calling in saying that they don't wear their rings.
Hundreds of people have texted in about this one. The women, too. It's like this one says, I am a woman, and I just have never worn mine. I just don't like it. Mm-hmm. What do you got, Bailey?
So this one says maybe he just likes to not wear it because he has been wanting some attention, to know that he's still got it, or he likes to flirt and doesn't want to feel guilty. So not necessarily that he's cheating, but that he just wants some attention.
They're married. That's like a game you play when you're dating. Like, that's a little bit much, I feel like.
This person says, I don't wear my wedding ring or jewelry due to I always lose it when I was younger, and I still do to today. So I don't wear it. I think it's an annoying feeling having jewelry on you.
Some people just don't like jewelry.
Yeah.
And some people will wear 8 rings.
Right, yeah. No. And this one says, my parents have been married for 48 years. My dad didn't wear his ring for a good 30 years or so, and only recently started to when he and my mom moved into a 55-plus condo. Mm-hmm. My mom started worrying that my dad was being too friendly with the old ladies, so she made him start wearing it again.
Okay, that's funny. Too friendly with the old ladies. All right, last word, Mariah. Leslie's on the phone. Her husband has stopped wearing his ring gradually over the last year. He's got a million excuses. I don't like it. It's too tight. It's blah, blah, blah. Mariah, you get the last word. What do you want to say?
So I actually tell my husband not to wear his rings because he's lost 5 of them already.
5?
5?
Yeah.
That's so many.
So just with them all the time, and then it just, I don't know how it comes back, but he loses them.
Huh.
So now at this point, it's more cost-effective if he doesn't wear
Apparently
it.
somebody's working as a dishwasher.
Yeah.
Leslie, are you working at Denny's as a dishwasher right now? What do I
He
hear?
doesn't even work with his hands. That's the craziest
I can't hear a word she's saying.
He doesn't even work with his hands.
Somebody's
she says.
clanking glasses,
Yeah.
loading the dish. Are
I
you
heard
loading?
most of it.
Are you loading the dishwasher right now, Leslie?
I think it's not Leslie. I think it's the person that's on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cracking me up.
Did
Okay.
he really lose 5 rings?
Yeah.
Or did he
Right.
take them
what
off
I'm
and get
thinking.
rid of them?
I
Yeah.
think
Because
it-
5?
It looks like consensus over text is get him a silicone ring or tell him that he needs to get a tattoo on his finger
Oh.
to show that he's married.
I can't do that. All right, Tiffany, what did you want to say? You don't wear your ring. I wanted to make sure we got you on. Why don't you wear a ring?
So I'm actually stay-at-home mom.
I seriously don't know where that clunkety clunk is coming from.
I think it is Leslie, if you want to.
Leslie, I'm going to put
Put
you on
her
hold
on
for a
hold.
second. Okay, hold on.
There we
Tiffany,
go.
back
Now
to
bring,
Tiffany.
now
Tiffany.
bring that. Yeah,
Tiffany.
that
Go,
person
Tiffany.
back on.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm usually the one not wearing the ring because I take it off constantly, and it bothers me. Like, think about my wrist, on my fingers. I don't like it. But when we go out, I'll put it on because I know he likes to wear it, and it's our relationship. You know, it's something that bothers me, but I will do it because, you know, I'll do it for my significant other.
Yeah.
But maybe they need to talk about it a little bit more, just to kind of find more of the root.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's probably what she wants to do.
You mean
Thank
communicate?
you.
Wow. Communicating in a marriage? A novel idea.
Text messages, Hmong couples don't wear rings. We think it's a waste of money. But I can't speak for every Hmong couple. Somebody asked us, we just say we're married. Here's another one. You can get a 5-pack of men's rings on Amazon for $30. That's what we did.
Like mood rings or something?
Not just like rubber rings.
Mood rings.
I think the ring signifies the marriage, and out of respect for one another, even if it's uncomfortable, you should still wear it and put some effort into it. My husband's an auto technician. It's dangerous. He hates the feel of jewelry, and the flexible options are not available when we got married 26 years ago. We bought a ring for the ceremony, and then I wear it on my other hand. Because, you know, you don't want to have it, pulled off by a fan belt or something.
Not
you know
a
what I mean?
fan
belt.
Don't reach into the fan belt.
Oh.
Thank you, Leslie, for being on. I hope that helped you out. I'm not sure whether it did, but I think it is a common thing for people not to wear
Apparently
their
so,
wedding ring.
based on all of the text messages we got.